Hi everyone. Last class I had discussed about the origin of potential and the electrodes. What is meant by electrodes? What are the type of electrodes? Offset potential. What is meant by polarization? These are the topics I discussed about the last class. Offset polarization and offset potential are discussed. Now in this class I have discussed about the offset potential and Nernst equation. When some two ionic solution of different concentration will be separated by semi-permeable membranes and the electric potential exists across the cell membrane. Which one is the Nernst equation, which can be denoted by E equal to minus RT by NF ln A1 by A2. What is meant by A1 and A2? Activities of the ions of each cell, each side of the cell membrane. And ionic activities is the some availability of ionic species in the solution of to enter into the some reactions. This is the comparison about action potential and Nernst equations. Already discussed electrodes. What is meant by electrodes? What are the purpose of electrodes? And what is meant by electrode paste? What are the purpose of electrode paste? These are the basics of electrodes, bioelectrodes, which can be already discussed. Now electrodes, what are the types of electrodes? In these electrodes having three types. First one is microelectrodes, second one is depth and need electrodes, and surface electrodes. Which are the different types of electrodes? First one is surface electrodes. Surface electrodes means large area electrodes, nothing but large area electrodes. When it's used for this type of electrodes means ECG potential. And smaller area electrodes. Surface electrode consists of two types of electrode depending upon the area. First one is large area electrodes used for ECG potential, measuring the ECG potential. And also second types of electrodes means smaller area electrodes, which can be used for EEG and EMG potential. So surface electrodes can be classified into different types. First one is metal plate electrodes, suction cup electrodes, adhesive tape electrodes, multi-point electrodes, floating electrodes. These are the different types of surface electrodes. First one is metal plate. These are the one of the diagram for the metal structure for metal plate. Some using this is a conception about the metal plate. So in top parts are some screw types are available. These are the one of the construction about the metal plate electrodes, structure of electrodes, metal plate electrodes. What are the construction or the specifications of metal plate electrodes? This one is a rectangular size, some 5 cm and 7 cm, circular, 4.75 diameter in shape. These are the construction about. Which one is made up of German silver, nickel plated steel, which can be used for ECG measurement. Okay, so the metal plate electrode is rectangular in shape. What are the some diameters? But which one is made up of some silver? It's German nickel plated steel, which can be used for ECG measurement. Next one is suction cup electrodes, flat surface of the body, which can be used for flat surface of the body, and region where the underlying tissue is soft. Underlying tissue will be available at soft. And physically large but only rim. Rim means smaller size, which one is contact with the skin. These are the construction about the suction cup electrodes. And these are the cup electrodes. These are the diagram for construction about the suction cup electrodes. And the adhesive tape electrodes. These are the construction about the like this pad also having nap and metal disc electrolytes and adhesive tape on. This one is the metal plate, disc and electrodes and adhesive tape. Which one is snap? This one is foam pad, also available in the. This is a basic structure about the adhesive tape electrodes. And adhesive tape also some construction about the adhesive tape electrodes. Pressure of the surface electrode. What are the pressure of the surface electrode against the skin may quiz and the electrode paced out. And this type of electrodes can be used for these applications. And light metallic screen blocked by pad for electrode space. These are the some constructions about the adhesive tape electrodes. And disposable foam electrodes. Next type means disposable foam electrodes. Foam pad electrodes. One of the type of electrode. Disposal means which one is can be used after disposal. That is called disposable foam pad electrodes. Okay. Disposable foam pad electrodes often used with electrocardiograph monitoring apparatus. One of the ECG monitoring apparatus. This is the disposable foam electrodes. Nothing but disposable foam electrodes. Okay. Are the multi-point electrodes. Multi-point means two contacts are available. Sorry, this electrodes contact with two multi-point available, which can be used for ECG measurement. It can be used for ECG measurement. Nearly 1,000 fine active contact points available for 1,000 contact points. Multiple contact points can be available for this type of electrodes. This type of electrode measured from the human body having two types, two contact points are available from the human body. That type of electrodes can be used for human body. These are the ECG measurement. And the floating, fridge-like shape of electrodes. These are the major diagram for the floating cells. These are the floating. Metal disc and the interface electrolyte gel all applied here. This one is insulating package. This was a double-sided adhesive tape recorder. This one is tape recorder. This is for simply write this side. These are the major parts of construction about the floating electrodes. Insulating package available, metal disc available, and some gel is applied here for electrolyte gel is in this type. This is for the double-sided adhesive tape ring. This one is. This structure is available for left side corner. Okay, these are the construction about the floating electrodes. Discuss about this type of electrodes. Metal does not contact with some subject directly, some via electrolyte bridge contacting. Electrolyte bridge contacting. This is same likewise a electrolyte bridge, also called as liquid junction electrode. This is also called as liquid junction electrodes. Movement of artifact is eliminated for metal plate electrodes. Eliminated for floating this electrodes, this type of electrodes. Next one is body surface recording electrodes. Flexible electrode, flexible electrodes. Flexible contact with the body. Used for newborn infants, compatible with X-rays. What are this type of electrodes? Where it is used? It is used for the newborn infants compatible with X-rays. Okay, these are the one of the types of electrodes. Next one is for needle electrodes. Needle electrodes, one of the type of electrodes. Needle is generally used for clinical electromyography. In my electromyogram, what is meant by EMG, electrical active muscle contraction. Muscle contraction, EMG, how to measure the EMG signal, pick up the EMG signal by using the electrodes. This can be converted to EMG amplifier and then recorded by using the some recorder, some CRO and some output side of speaker, woofer and some getting the output from the output side, EMC signal. This is EMC signal, likewise the some noise signals. So muscle contractions, pull the muscles, about signals will be large. Relaxation muscles means signals will be small. So this is for recording system of EMG. This electrode, needle electrode used for EMG signal, pick up the EMG signal, neurography and other electrophysiological investigation under the skin under the deeper diseases. These are the application and uses for needle electrodes. What are the material used for the needle electrodes? Stainless steel, which can be prepared due to some mechanical solidity and low brace. Shown is for one of the low brace. These are the basics of needle electrode. And the needle electrodes generally how to design by the full clappable and thoroughly sterilized before uses. How to use for this needle electrode? That's why can be used for this electrode designed for fully clappable and then should be thoroughly sterilized before uses. So there is some using of needle electrode. What are the different types of needle electrodes used for electromyographic work? Depth and needle electrodes. These are the one of the types of needle electrode. Depth electrodes. What is meant by depth electrodes? It is used to study the electrical activities of neurons, in superficial layer of the brain and oxygen tension. So uses of this some electrical activity of this some activities. Bundle of Teflon insulated platinum. This is the construction of these electrodes. 90%. This one is for Teflon insulated platinum available at 90%. And iridium material, alloy wires, 10% available for this type of material, needle electrodes. End of supporting wire is rounded. Active area means 0.5 mm square. These are the depth electrodes, one of the types of needle electrodes. And needle also called used for one of the applications of needle electrode, electroneuropathy. Resembles medicine dropper or hypodermic needle. This is applications of. Bend one end and is inserted through the lumen. One end of these electrodes are bend and insert through the some lumen of cut and advance into the muscles. So needle electrodes is withdrawn and bent wire is resting inside the muscles. These are the needle electrodes. One of the applications about the electroneuropathy. And needle electrodes. What are the different types of needle electrodes? Different types of needle electrodes. Monopolar needle electrodes, bipolar needle electrodes, concentric coaxial core needle electrodes, and multi-element needle electrodes, monopolar. Some single polar needle electrodes, bipolar, two bipolar, multiple polar needle electrodes, concentric coaxial needle electrode. Multi-element, having the different multi-elements available for this type of needle electrode. These are the main types of needle electrodes. So, this type of electrodes, which can be repeatedly told us, there is a type of electrodes used to how to pick up the various type of electrodes, various type of bioelectric signal from the various types of bioelectric signal from the human body. These electrodes only used for different types of signal from the human body. How to pick up the signal from the human body by the use of different types of electrodes. These electrodes mostly microvolt signal. It one is not visible. So this one is convert by using some amplifier, bioamplifier. This bioamplifier converting the signal, small microvolt signal to large signal, given converting to large signal to given to processing unit, signal processing unit, analyze the signal. After the signals will be recorded by using different types of recording, ECG measurement or EEG measurement, and EERG and EEG and POG. These are the various type of recording can be used for different types of bioelectric signal. This bioelectric signal, after recording, how to analyze? Suppose E is waveform liking for PQRS waveform. Suppose P wave, P waveform, some prolonged, some deficiency waveform will be occurs. What are the problem will be occurs? Suppose normal ECC waveform as a PQRS waveform, P wave nothing but having the some specification, and R wave nothing but QRS complex consists of some specification. T wave also consists of some specification. This wave for some normal specification values, amplitude value or time values or normal values are having in this wave. Suppose P wave some abnormal means some amplitude or time values are varied, or so some deficiency will be produced. Some problem, some type of problem will be produced in our card. Some P wave will be detected. P wave will be damaged, means some type of card diseases will be produced. And the next one is for R wave. R wave like this, some QRS complex, nothing but R wave. R wave means R wave some produced some deficiency wave, which can be produced by some deficiency curve, means R wave will be some improper amplitude or time periods available in the R wave. So some problem will be occurs in the R wave, means heart disease will be produced. Some other which one is rectified by some using the some assisting devices. And T wave also same like that. Any difficult wave will be produced in the PQRS wave, will be produced for some problem, some disease about the human heart. These are the most importance of applications of various signal. ECG, same like that EMG, some surface needles electrodes are used for EMG signal, and the same like for EEG and ERG, EOG and PCG. So in this class different types of electrodes. Before this, construction and structure about the different types of electrode, floating electrodes and adhesive tape electrodes, and for suction cup electrodes and metal plate electrodes. These are the various types of surface electrodes. Structure about the various type of surface electrode. So, in this topic, what is mean by electrodes? What are the types of electrodes? What are the construction and structure about the different types of electrodes? What are the specification about the specification and application about the different types of electrodes, surface electrode, micro electrodes, needle electrode. And next class we can see the any other types of electrodes. What are the structure, construction and equivalent circuit for different types of electrodes. Today discussed about electrode construction and structure about the different types of electrodes. When we can discuss the next class equivalent circuit and any other type of electrodes will be discussed. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much to all.